This was the hardest. I don't know if we've explained that, but this was the hardest one for sure because he didn't stop seizing. We have a medicine called diastat, and typically stops his seizures. And in this situation, he doesn't go unconscious, but he was non-responsive during this one, and so we usually have a timer that we set, and if it doesn't stop by then, we give him the diastat, and it always stops. But this time it didn't. All right, guys. Hey, so Landon just had a pretty significant seizure, so we are down here at the hospital right now. We obviously, didn't want to show you what was happening in the moment, but normally he comes out of the seizures when we give him his medicine as he's having a seizure. He hasn't had one since January, which has been a really, really long time. And he started to having one as soon as we got home after boating, after he fell asleep. He just didn't come out of it. And we gave him the medicine, and I laid there by him and watched him, and he just continued to seize to the point where we, felt like we had to kind of rush him down here to the hospital. And so he is now in the hospital. They have got the seizures under control. This is a first for us. Normally it doesn't happen like this. Normally the medicine just kind of knocks him right out and the seizing stops. This time it even took the doctors a minute to get it to stop. So if you guys are watching this, we ask that you say some prayers for our little Landon. He is a fighter, and sometimes I feel like he doesn't deserve this, but just a phase of life, I suppose. Anyway, vomited all over the car right as we pulled into the hospital here. Lindsay was driving, I was laying in the back with him. But anyway, we'll head back in there, and he's under some pretty heavy anesthesia right now, but we're happy to show him to you. All right, guys, here he is. Just sound asleep. Just had a CT scan. Lindsay went with him. Guys, this kid is a champion. He ran 4 miles this week with his dad. Surfs. Just doesn't slow down. We'll get the results back here in a couple hours, but right now it's about 1 o'clock in the morning, and it sounds like we'll probably be here the whole night. So Grandma's at home watching the kids. We'll probably send one of us home here in a minute. But here he is. He's good. Thank you guys for all your kind comments and love towards him. I'll have you know that he watches his own videos every day and reads the comments. You guys are sweet. All right, you guys, it is 5:45 in the morning. Mr. Lando is just starting to come back awake here. Hey, buddy.
Hi.
You okay?
Yeah.
Yeah? I was telling everyone how amazing of a surfer you are. Do you want to go surfing again?
Oh yeah, I
What's that?
assume I'm not going to have.
Oh, assuming you didn't know. You always have energy. You have endless energy. Ready to go home, buddy? You're awesome, pal. I'll help you get in, all right? Let's go home. All right, guys, it is now 8:02 in the morning, and it's time to go home.
That was pretty bad.
What? Yeah. He just gets in the car and says, why am I wearing a purple shirt? You get to keep those scrubs. You want to keep them? Dude, are they comfortable or not really? Not really. Let's go home, yeah?
Yeah, let's drink one.
Let's go home.
I feel better. Body highlight. I don't have to I'm so worried about you. You're good now. Why isn't this really cool soup?
Hey guys, it is Ava's birthday weekend and we have had such an amazing time focusing on that, but we kind of wanted to get back on here and talk about Landon's seizure and everything that happened. So when you're seeing this, you won't have seen Ava's birthday yet. So come back tomorrow to see her friend birthday and the next day to see her family birthdays.
It was an amazing birthday
weekend. But before that, I just wanted to talk about this crazy event we just experienced. We definitely did not see that one coming, but it definitely came at a unique time with Ava's birthday coming. It's just been really hard to switch gears and celebrate her birthday when our hearts are pretty heavy right now. But I just sat there at the hospital and I just looked at sweet Landon, who was laying there asleep, and oh man, my heart just hurt, because I feel like lately more than ever I've seen such a fight in him, like such a fight. And I've also been so aware of how his life would be so different without this guy right here, because he just wants so badly to do everything that, you know, life has to offer him. And he's just such an amazing little soul. He fights to get out there and run 2 miles with his dad, and he gets out there to surf, and he gets out there to wakeboard. He never says, oh, I'm sad, I can't do that. He just says, he just does it. He just gets out there and does it. And it just made me think about so many of you who have messaged me. I've had so many messages from...
Not only that, a lot of comments. People lately made a lot of comments saying we love how Landon just gets out there and just does the other things that the other kids do, that we as parents have always tried to teach him that he's not different. And it's honestly, we're grateful that people notice that you guys see that he does get out there and try to do the things that other kids do. And we want him to live a very full life. So yeah, so for those...
It's him. It's all him. He's the one that...
Yeah,
you know,
it's all him. It's not us forcing him. In fact, he's the one that's insistent upon surfing and running and cliff jumping. And in fact, if it wasn't for the responsibility that we have to have, honestly, we'd let him cliff jump all day because that's what he'd want to do. He never wants to stop.
He's so full of life, and I just saw him laying there, and it just broke my heart because these seizures are so hard on him.
This was the hardest. I don't know if we've explained that, but this was the hardest one for sure because he didn't stop seizing. We have the medicine called diastat, and typically stops his seizures if they are too long, and we've only had to give it to him a handful of times.
He usually doesn't need anything.
Yeah, and in this situation, he doesn't go unconscious, but he's non-responsive, and when that happens, we could generally know it's going to be kind of a big seizure, and he was non-responsive during this one, and so we usually have a timer that we set, and if it doesn't stop by then, we give him the diastat, and it always stops, but this time it didn't.
Yeah, this was a total first for us.
Yeah.
And it's that feeling of not being able to control it, not being able to fix it, that's just heartbreaking.
The diastat slowed it down, it looked like, and so it looked like maybe it stopped, but then it kind of came back, and yeah, it was a little bit nerve-wracking to have to drive him to the hospital in the back of the truck, and Lindsay drove, and I sat back there with him, and just seeing it kind of continue was it's just unsettling as parents, honestly. There's really no way to even put it. Like, it's just unsettling.
Awful.
Yeah.
And it's really hard on him. He gets really upset to wake up at the hospital, and he feels awful the entire next day. This is actually 48 hours later, and I think he's still not himself.
Well, because the stuff they give him to get it to stop is
really hard on him.
It's really hard on his body.
It takes a while to get out.
But we're grateful for all of you guys and for your comments and encouragement. He just loves watching his own videos, and he feels, I think, the encouragement that a lot of you guys offer, and we read him the comments, and so we really are grateful for that because it keeps him fighting. It really does. And he will have a normal life. Absolutely. It's just going to come with more effort on his part.
I just want to thank all of you because you have put out so much positivity and kindness towards Landon on this channel. I'm just so grateful for the good and kind people out there that are just so good to him. So I want to say thank you to all of you. And I also want to say that I received so many comments from moms that are going through similar things to what we are, and dads, moms and dads that are going through similar things that we are, from kids that are suffering of things like cancer and debilitating diseases. And thank you for reaching out to me. And I don't always have the words. Oftentimes I don't have the words, but I do want to say that we see you, that we know how you feel in our own small way. Keep fighting, because Landon's still fighting, and you're stronger than you think you are. This is why we started this channel. It's so fun documenting our lives, and we're so grateful for that part of it. But this is the whole reason why we started this, is because
the unique things
about Holland. You know, we feel like we're living a life in a different place, in a place called Holland, and that comes with beautiful times and inspiring, incredible, moving moments, but it also comes with really hard moments, and we're in one of those hard moments right now.
Yeah. And just, I think, circling back to just Holland versus Italy, for those that are new to the channel, you know, check out the link above to understand why we call our channel this. But Holland's just different. It's just as beautiful. It's just different.
But I think deciding that that's where we're supposed to be is what keeps us going, and knowing that
it's hard though when you're surrounded by Italy, right?
I talked about how, you know, this seizure, his biggest seizure he's ever had, came at a really unique time. Landon, in the last week, has
done a lot.
Gone down a water slide. He's surfed behind a boat. He's body surfed. Cliff jumped. He ran
knee boarded.
He's knee boarded. He ran 2 miles twice this week in the heat. He
did push-ups.
He did
squats. The kid's a stud, you guys. He's just a stud.
And I think it can be easy to focus on
these more challenging moments to maybe bring you down, but the reality
is they're just a tiny little blip. in this incredible life that he's living. I just feel grateful that I get to be his mom, because that boy is just so amazing. And he's living an amazing life, and he's inspiring us every single day.
All right, guys. Well, thank you for all of your prayers, your support, your comments. You guys are the greatest. If you're new to the channel, guys, welcome to Our Life in Holland. This channel's about exciting stuff, fun stuff, sometimes challenging stuff, but all in all, we want to put out a message of just positivity and strong family bonds and just living life to the fullest. So welcome to our channel. Subscribe down below if you are new. Thumbs up this video for us. Oh yeah, turn on those notification bells, because we do this daily. We post videos every single day at noon Mountain Standard Time when they come out.
Don't forget, you're gonna want to come back tomorrow for Ava's birthday party,
because it's pretty amazing.